you're going.
Hi, my name is the Reverend Victor Robert Farrell from 66 Cities, and I'm touring the United Kingdom's 66 cities in 66 days, speaking from each of the 66 books of the Bible. And believe it or not, the city of Carlisle is the 28th city. It's the book of Hosea. It's a really up-to-date prophecy. It's true. They're not my kids. Jerry Springer's got nothing on the book of Hosea, that's for sure. Hosea, it would appear, fell in love with a beautiful girl called Gomer. Maybe they were childhood sweethearts. Later on, Gomer went off the rails, I'm afraid, and she went into that oldest game in the book, the game itself. Now, you think that that would be the end of the relationship between Hosea and his childhood sweetheart Gomer, now gone off the rails, but it wasn't. God actually came to Hosea, who's his prophet, and said to him, I want you to go and marry this prostitute Gomer. It was a scandal in Israel. I mean, it was shocking that he should actually be told by God to do this. But he does. He goes and he marries Gomer. Well, you think that that would be fantastic, that someone like a prophet of God should go and marry a prostitute and that they'd all live happily ever after. But I'm afraid Hosea became a living picture of God's broken heart for Israel, because they didn't live happily ever after at all. On the contrary, Gomer started to have children, and in not so subtle hints, God was speaking to Hosea, telling him they weren't his kids. That's right. If there was any DNA testing, no doubt Hosea would have found that these were not her children. It broke his heart. And it broke his heart even further when Gomer went off the rails and left the family home. Left him with the kids, and the kids weren't his kids either. He took care of them. But his life as a prophet, his standing as a prophet, as you can imagine, was completely soiled, especially as Gomer went now into religious prostitution, used by all men, as it were. Years later, we would find this poor woman emptied, finished, bedraggled, used, tossed aside, in a slave market, being sold for virtually nothing. She was useless. And it was God again who came to Hosea and said, Hosea, I want you to go and buy back Gomer and marry her. If it wasn't shocking enough for God to do this, yet again was even more shocking. Somehow Gomer was redeemed by the love of Hosea. And here is Hosea's message. Return to me, Israel, and I will love you. I will woo you. I will forgive you. I will wash you clean no matter what. And surely this is the everlasting gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, that he sent his Son. God the Father sent his Son to die on Calvary's cross, that we too could be bought back, even though we are worthless. We are of great worth to God who loves us. Hosea, the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ in the Old Testament. This is Carlisle, city number 28. God bless you.